Shun Akiyama, Taiga SAEJIMA, Masayoshi Tanemura, Kazuma Kuryu. Sup everybody, my name is Crytek and welcome back to another Yakuza 4 video. Like I've said in the last episode, I don't know if I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to do every single one in a given episode, but we'll do them all and then show it probably at the end of the episode if you guys want. Till then, but otherwise, we are now on SAEJIMA. I found out before starting this recording he has a total of 15 sub-stories, which is one less than Akiyama, which means this is, I guess, somewhat doable. I guess it just depends on what sub-story this man is going to be involved with. And I will say this, I have encountered few, of course, throughout the story, but didn't finish them like I did on Akiyama's. But you can see here I did start another one on accident, and I think it was this one. It was interesting, and I think we'll probably start there first, but first we need to see what sub-stories are on the map when we go outside. It's gonna be fun playing as SAEJIMA, because SAEJIMA is actually the second funnest character to use out of the 4 main characters. Of course Kuryu, because he has his counter and his, you know, block counter. SAEJIMA has a block counter, which is pretty much OP to me in these Yakuza games to have something like that. Oh my god, I can't wait for the fights ahead. It's gonna be fun. But for you guys, they'll probably be all fast forwarded, so it probably won't matter as much. But I will show if anything cool happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to nuke the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying my hardest to get these out. It's just I cannot do it every single day with these. I guess that's me being a little selfish for wanting to do these the right way, but the way I did last episode, it felt perfect to me. I gotta do these the way I gotta do these, cause it just feels right. Alright? So hope you guys enjoy this masterpiece, and I will catch you guys later. Alright, starting off this first sub-story right here, nothing really too important. This was one I came across on accident when I started the actual final episode. Actually, I came across this on accident. It's nothing too special. I just talked to some dude. Apparently, I can't remember, but SAEJIMA remembers him. We helped this guy out. It's nothing too special. We just beat up some thugs, give him some confidence, and yeah, that was pretty much it for this sub-story. But it was interesting nonetheless. Most of SAEJIMA sub-stories are kind of straightforward, but some of them were kind of a doozy, and you'll see why. I've got to say, this sub-story was one hell of a crazy one. I can't even believe what I experienced through this one. We're helping out this woman here that's strangely surrounded by a ton of men in black suits. We beat their ass. We talked to this woman. Apparently all these men are trying to get a hold of a CD that she carries on her. It is political bullshit when she explained it. It's really nothing important. What I found important was the fact that I wanted to smash this lady, but forget about that for a second. What was more interesting is that she was about to do something on her own that SAEJIMA wasn't initially gonna do, but it turned into a situation where I had to go track her down and see what she had gotten herself into. And I had to beat up thugs in several different locations, and it was interesting. It was not what I expected from the sub-story. The sub-story was pretty unique in that regard. It was something I actually enjoyed more than I thought I would. It was something I did not expect out of SAEJIMA to do, but I guess it's just one of those Kuryu situations where I just kind of run into something that piques his interest, and it's like, if it's not finished, I gotta know what happened. But before we finish this, we came across a very interesting turn of events of relevations that were repeats, but I gotta say, this was interesting. I mean, new upgrades are cool and all, but the way that SAEJIMA did his relevations were pretty sick, I gotta say. my, what? What an interesting way to learn a relevation. I forgot that his is very different. The sculpture depicting a relevation from a man doing a flip. Wow. Clotheslining sculpture. The essence of clotheslining. Holy crap. That was interesting. I had a feeling out the right answer. Ooh. Ooh, alright. Damn. Clean. You got a smashing sculpture and learn the essence of smashing. Okay, back to the sub-story, but I gotta say, there is a new relevation on SAEJIMA I never showed at all in this game. I'll show that way later. Don't have to show it now. For now, we're gonna continue on this sub-story train of adventure here, where we pretty much beat up these guys, but we found her back under, well, this girl here, of course, found her back under the Millennium Tower, which is interesting. They ended up conning her out of the CD, which is quite hilarious after she did this.
What the fuck?
I also want to say that she ended up figuring out SAEJIMA's name. I don't know how, but
how did she know my name?
His name? But apparently she didn't freaking belittle that. It was pretty cool, actually. How chill she was about it. Still want to smash, but this sub-story I actually enjoyed a lot. It's definitely one of my favorites, and pretty much from here on out, pretty much the end of the sub-story from here, so nothing really allows to be said about this. Got an item, we pretty much finished this up, and that was it for this sub-story. Okay, this sub-story here was a doozy. I got called in by some random person saying that he was looking for a bodyguard, and I happened to take that job, so whatever the case may be, this is a story about a faggot daughter with her faggot mother having family issues and me being a faggot involved with it, which is kind of annoying. I didn't really care for this sub-story. It was really stupid, but I'll just show the experience I had anyways. It was very enlightening to know that this was a waste of my time, really. But your casual run-of-the-mill sub-story where this girl's a retard, she causes problems for her mother, I gotta beat that ass to save her, and then she realized the error of her ways. I don't get it, man. There's always gonna be those sub-stories I guess I'm not gonna like, but I really didn't like this. She also didn't like me either, but then she ended up liking me after I protected her. But whatever the case may be, that was it for that sub-story. Here, we have another sub-story here, where this man getting yapped by YAKUZA, and it's a politician trying to run for, you know, I don't know what the hell he's running for, but whatever the case may be, his rival with this fat bastard here. Apparently this guy here looked up to him a lot that I was helping out here, but for some reason he didn't realize that the dude was actually a scumbag, but we don't even tell him that in the sub-story anyways, so what's the point? The whole point of this is that I was hired as a bodyguard to pretty much see if anybody was acting suspicious trying to mess up this man's speech when he was talking to the people, and it happened to be these two faggots. I ended up beating up these guys, but they're just kind of being faggots, I guess. I have to say, of course the fat bastard's here, and I knew that he was sketchy anyways. He ended up putting those men there to try something, but with the case may be, that was pretty much it for the sub-story. He was a faggot, he realized the error of his ways, and he became a good guy again. So yeah, that was it for that. Okay, this sub-story. This one was a bit of a doozy for all the wrong reasons. This I thought was just a simple sub-story. Okay, I'm gonna just go and help these kittens out. These cats here were found by these homeless people and they wanted me to take care of it real quick, get something to drink. So I had to go to the store and get it some milk. And after I got some milk, we went back there and we saved the cats. But then in return, the cats gave me something quite peculiar. They gave me items to find, or they were pretty much notes to find within the shelter, the homeless people. And I was like, what? Why am I going on an Easter egg hunt? I went on this Easter egg hunt. Nothing really much to show for it. But it all leads to me getting this weird key that I end up using on a bookshelf, and then I get a stuffed animal for some reason, but it gave me a locker key. When I got this locker key, I had to go to the underground mall to use it, that locker key area. And once I used it, it was pretty cool. It was 50,000 yen. You would think it'd be something more special than that, I guess, but I mean, it's free money in a way. Homeless people tried to fight me for it, of course, as you already seen, and it's intriguing, actually. I didn't expect this sub-story to be the way it was, but I actually enjoyed this way more than I thought I would. Like, hey, the thing that was weird though, I ended up giving the guy the 50,000 instead of me keeping it, which is alright, I guess. Nothing too much to it, but however, what made it the most interesting is the fact that I went on this wild goose chase just to get 50,000 yen. Then the guy gives me an item in return, and the item he gave me back, which was the cash key, is something that I can sell for 50,000 yen. But whatever the case may be, that's the end of that sub-story. Okay, this sub-story. I didn't enjoy this one very well. This sub-story was not like what I expected, but there was this YAKUZA patriarch that was sending his dudes down to the homeless people to terrorize them and probably even beat the hell out of them or even kill them. It's kind of ridiculous. The homeless leader here was talking to me, and just was happy to thank me for the situation that happened, but the moment I left, I ended up fighting his men again. Of course, they returned, and then I had to go see this man's family office soon after and beat his ass and beat some sense into him. I don't know what would go through someone's mind to go fight homeless people, but apparently they ruined his life so badly that he kept a grudge on them for so many years even. I don't quite get it, but whatever the case may be, I didn't really give a crap to begin with. So that's it for this sub-story. Alright, I hope you guys are ready for this kind of sub-story. A kid stole money from me, which was quite interesting, but I ended up getting the money back after I found him from, of course, having a predator, so a freaking homeless guy. But this sub-story chain is my favorite for this guy, instead of it being like Akiyama's, where it wasn't. This kid we'll see a lot throughout these sub-stories. I have it all lined up for this one, so stick around. This kid here named Tadashi, and he's trying to get his sister back. Right now he's just a homeless kid. Both of his parents died. His sister was pawned off to some YAKUZA family, but we didn't know about that till a little later. The reason here is that he had debts he needed to pay, and he needed to pay 5 million yen, but this guy he had to pay it from is kind of a dick. He's nice to him, but not really, because, you know, how's a kid gonna make that kind of money, 5 million yen? So of course SAEJIMA had to help and step in. I beat all the men's ass when I get into the room. We taught this man here, Tadokuro, actually in this case. This man here was kind of a sleazebag. I didn't think he was that bad, since he kind of liked me in terms of taking up for his debts. So he made me do missions in order to, you know, do this man's debts. A little bit of service, but the case may be, I was a bouncer for a casino, which there was a special cutscene for at the Dragon Palace. There was me being, it was a lot of them just for me just defending some faggot. So yeah, that happened. No, am I fighting them? Yeah, this sub-story chain was insane. I actually really enjoyed Tadashi's arc here. It was really cool. I don't know much I can really do to really talk through this, however, but I'll do my best through editing this video, and hopefully you guys enjoying it the way that I do it. It's just there's not too much to really show for. I just did a bunch of these guys' jobs that he ordered me to do. There was one, however, I can say that was unique. Of course, going to the Underground Coliseum, which was close to the last sub-story for me to deal with that arc. And it was pretty much him trying. This is when he actually started showing his true colors in that sub-story. When that man truly acted like an asshole. And that man really freaking tried to tangle with the tiger. Like, what? You ain't the eye of the tiger. You ain't touching this man. But this man tried like hell and went down like hell. So that was to be expected of that. I really enjoyed this arc. Like, thoroughly. There's nothing better than something like this in Yakuza that I can say that I enjoy. It was different for Akiyama, however, which kind of sucks knowing so. But whatever the case may be, I enjoyed it. And that was it for the multitude of sub-stories with Tadashi's arc. Reunited with his sister in the end. And yeah, it was awesome. Throughout this big chain of sub-stories here, I do gotta say, I forgot to mention that there was a certain individual they mentioned. His name is Motoyama, which happened to be SAEJIMA's Aniki. Like, SAEJIMA had a brother before Majima, before all that crap went down with the Sasai family and all that. It's crazy to know that he was around. He was a lieutenant for their respective family and whatnot. And it was really cool knowing that. There was so much going into this sub-story, man. I just can't believe what, like, the whole kind of crap that was just went through all of this. This was a sub-story I could say that was actually probably the biggest one out of all of them, even though it was like a big chain of back to back to back to back. Every time I went back to the hideout, it would continue the sub-story because Tadashi would stay there. And it was pretty cool. I just cannot believe that. It's insanity what it really took to, you know, make this so freaking insanely good, man. It was something really worth recording, and I'm always happy to enjoy something like this. It's been a long time since I've done sub-stories, and playing it in this format with the old games is interesting, I will say. It's something I gotta get used to, I guess, going into the next game. I enjoyed it so much, man. It was insane, dude. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Let's go. Will that be the last time I see the country? Old hideout. Sure won't feel the same without him. Go up strong, kid. Welcome to a very strange sub-story right here. This one ended up ending in a very interesting cutscene, however. This was a sub-story where homeless people were having their food stolen by something called a kappa. A weird mythical creature. But for some reason, I don't understand this whole situation. They were terrorizing people, the homeless. I had to figure out what was going on. So I had to try to figure out how to draw them out, and I had to use cucumbers, which there was food at the store that had cucumbers in the food. So I had to start there to do something. And it would only appear at this manhole in Children's Park as well, which was strange. But it didn't work at first. I had to use something else that was more effective, which was one I had to use at the Sushi restaurant. But anyways, other than that, when we got the kappa to come out, it happened to be a man in a suit running away from me, happening to say that after we caught him, he was doing it for the sake of a documentary about a kappa that isn't in Kamurocho, but saying as if it wasn't Kamurocho. That's the whole point of the documentary for their stuff. But this ended up being something very interesting as it ended. You're gonna see why in a second. Oh. Bruh, you got me effed up with that. What? Must be imagining shit. Wow. What the fuck? I was not expecting that. Alright, before we do this, this is gonna be my last sub-story for the episode. But before, there is a little bit of this going on. Apparently, there's some revelations that some of the characters have that are repeats of others, which I really freaking hate. But here's one right here that's absolutely new. So let's see what happens. They're gonna all fall in the water. What the hell? Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy crap. Ooh. Oh my god! Tiger SAEJIMA has the beast style heat style from Yakuza 0. Oh my god, so that's where that came from. Oh, that's the heat style from Curry's beast style. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Freaking love it. Heavy weapon sculpture? Learn the essence of heavy weapons. Holy shit, dude. Let's go. Alright, now for the final sub-story of this episode. Got this guy that was in a screwed up situation because he lost his money from, you know, getting robbed at a jewelry store that he worked at. And apparently the manager wanted to kill him, but if he doesn't get the jewels, he's pretty much screwed. I don't know what to do. I talked to that fisherman to the side. I said, why the heck not? Because apparently this sub-story I have to go fishing. Fish until something happens, and however that may be, I ended up fishing, and then I got a suitcase that was very interesting. The fishing in this game I thought was going to be difficult. It's actually easier than it was in any other Yakuza game for what I can think of. But whatever the case may be, after I caught the suitcase, I had to fight this man. The fisherman I talked to originally, and this man was actually probably the hardest one in terms of his health bar being super huge. He was still easy as heck. He didn't fight back a single bit, but this was pretty much it for this sub-story. It was pretty straightforward, and I enjoyed SAEJIMA's sub-story, so yeah, that's it for the sub-stories. Safe to say that I've done every sub-story on SAEJIMA as of right here and now. That's it. SAEJIMA has a crown over his head. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. SAEJIMA's sub-stories are pretty fun to do, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. And oh. Huh. Oh yeah. There it is. Okay, there it is. Naomi's Palace newsletter, SAEJIMA Sub Stories Completion Edition. You completed all SAEJIMA's sub-stories. Congratulations. You are worthy of the title SAEJIManiac. Okay. I have a prize for you. Come to Naomi's Palace, Fortune Teller, South End of Takahashi Street, and I'll give it to you there. I was wondering how they were going to give us the achievement for it. So what do I get? What is the point of this? Why does every character get the individual armor pieces? How strange. Occasionally prevents injury. Wear all 3 of the Kokurinkai equipment to boost its defensive properties. I don't know who I'm gonna put this on, but it'd be cool if I put it on Kuryu maybe, or maybe I should give it to someone else. I don't know what it truly does until I get all 3, which is safe to say will get down the next character. But like I said before, thank you guys for watching this video. This is it for the SAEJIMA sub-stories. Thank God it was one less than Akiyamas. I actually enjoyed these more than Akiyamas. Some of these were kind of weird. I expected not that much to be given compared to Akiyama, where pretty much I'm just sticking around a certain area. I didn't expect the Kappa thing. That one was kind of weird, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is it for SAEJIMA's point of view, and you guys won't see this guy till maybe when I do a next tomorrow video. But anyways, next episode is Masayoshi Tanemura.